Welcome to Artscape. I'm Susan Sablon, your host, and I am so happy that you're with me today. Today I have somebody from Maryland. His name is Levi Stephens. He heard about us because he was downtown in Fredericksburg, and this amazing, amazing musician thought about perhaps being on our show. Well, actually, he didn't think about it. Somebody recommended him, and we thought about him being on our show. So ladies and gentlemen, here's Levi Stephens. Levi, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, Susan.
We heard you during warm-up, and you are just so easy with the guitar. You're like, it's part of you. How did you get started?
Well, my first instrument was piano, and I honestly, I always wanted to play guitar when I was young. I thought guitars were too expensive though. So I bought a keyboard first.
Do you know that they're more expensive, the keyboards?
Yeah, now I know. so I bought, but then, right around like 2001, 2002, I bought an acoustic guitar, kind of sat there for a minute, and I would kind of pluck away at it. But then I started, listening to, all the singer-songwriter albums that I loved, the Dave Matthews, the John Mayers, the Paul Simons, the James Taylors, and, Neil Young, and all those great, singer-songwriters, Tracy Chapman and Bill Withers. I was listening to that stuff and I was like, man, I really want to write like that, and so I was like, I picked up the guitar and I started writing with it.
Pick up the guitar and start writing?
Well, I was a theory major in college, so that kind of helped my learning curve a little bit in terms of being able to apply it.
Well, thinking about learning curves, now parents have a lot to do with this. You said when you were young, when you were little, you played piano. Were you one of those little kids doing chopsticks and your mom's behind you?
You know what? I never took piano lessons.
No way.
No, I never took piano lessons. But what happened was, I would listen to music and I could never play anyone else's songs. And that's, even to this day, now it's easier to cover songs, because you kind of know the format or whatever, but I never was able to play anyone else's songs, so I would always just kind of come up with my own songs. We had a piano in the basement, and I would just write. It wasn't anything back then.
One of those little upright things.
Yeah, we had an upright piano. That was actually my grandparents' piano, and my father had it, and so I used to just sit down there, and I would kind of pluck away, and then not like literally, it was just because I would try to play at other people's songs, but then I'd wind up making my own song up, and it was really so like in my early teens, that's kind of what I did, and then I got to high school and started singing more, and so I was like, cool, and I started writing these little songs and singing talent shows at school. Like when everyone else was covering, other people's songs, I had them wheel out this big piano, and like I said, no piano lessons. I was like, I'm sitting up there, handshaking, and I'm singing an original song that only the four walls of the basement had heard.
Now, what about your mom and dad? Were they in the audience just going,
Well, you know what? They didn't really know that I was about the music thing. I mean, music was so a part of our family and our culture. My father was a huge music. He was a musician himself, but he loved music so much, and we always listened to so much music. And growing up, and I've said this before, and everybody always like, okay, well, this is like a cliche line, but literally we did really listen to more music than we watched television in our house.
Did you really?
It was insane. My dad, every day, I would come in, it was either Coltrane and Monk playing or whatever, or Earth, Wind and Fire, Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, and
all the good ones.
And then the Simon and Garfunkel Greatest Hits album, that one, it's Hello Darkness, my old friend.
I've got to talk to you again.
Yeah, we loved all that stuff. And
I was singing that to my Ken the other evening because he likes all the lights on in the house when you go to sleep, just in the other room, so you have like night light everywhere, and I'm like, Hello Darkness, my old friend.
And I would love those songs, and they still resonate with me to this day. And so even listening to them now, and singing, and actually, sometimes playing some of those songs in some of my sets, and I love it, and so.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Well, you know what, you just sort of pop with the music, and I can't wait. Ladies and gentlemen, I was gonna actually have you wait till the next set after the commercial to be able to hear him sing, but I can't wait. And so would you be interested in singing a song for us?
I would love to.
That would be wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you my new friend, Levi Stephens.
Heard it all before, all the reasons why we can't seem to find what lies beyond divide. And I've known love before, of this I know I'm sure. Still I find myself consumed by fears of what may be in store. So why can't this love I know comes from within be given without all these means to an end? You say that it's hard, I say try to hold on. It won't be this way for long, no. It won't be this way for long, no. I've seen it in your eyes, the pain you feel inside, and I cannot question when or if we'll ever get it right. 'Cause I've seen it all before, just casualties of war. Do you know someone that knows someone that's never coming home? So why can't this love I know comes from within be given without all these means to an end? Say that it's hard, I say try to hold on. It can't be this way for long, no, no. It won't be this way for long, no. See, I've been trying hard to see through all that's going wrong, but it's so much that it tears my heart apart. And I believe that in due time we'll all begin to see the light, though I know it's dark right now. See, I know we will, 'cause I've heard it all before. All your reasons why you can't seem to find what lies beyond divide. Whoa, why can't this love I know comes from within be given without all these means to an end? You say that it's hard, I say try to hold on. No. Just be strong and hold on. Why can't this love I know comes from within be given without all these means to an end? You say that it's hard, I say try to hold on. Yeah, it can't be this way for long, no. It won't be this way for long, no. Said it won't be this way for long, no. No, it won't be this way for long, no, no. Because the change has finally come.
Oh my gosh, Levi, that was so good. Thank you. Oh, I
Thank
just had to keep shaking his hand.
Thank you so much.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love it. I absolutely love it. Now, you'll stick around for a minute, right?
Yes, I will.
Ladies and gentlemen, stick around. We're going to have a lot more of Levi Stephens and his wonderful music when we come back after this. Stay tuned.
There's a movement afoot.
Let's move together!
Arthritis is America's most common cause of disability. Walking just 30 minutes a day can ease joint pain, improve mobility, and stop the progression of the disease. Start moving now to prevent and control arthritis. And let's move together to raise funds for a cure. Join the movement and participate in the arthritis walk in your area. Log on to letsmovetogether.org and start moving today.
The Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America has important information for the millions of people with asthma. You know that asthma symptoms can really slow you down. What you may not know is that there are two main causes of asthma symptoms: airway constriction you feel, and inflammation you may not feel. If your medicine is only treating one, it can make asthma feel like an uphill battle. Learn how to better manage your asthma by treating both main causes of asthma symptoms. Treating both causes can help prevent symptoms before they even start. And preventing asthma symptoms could mean a smoother ride. You can find information and resources about asthma and learn how to help prevent asthma symptoms at asthma.com.
Welcome back to Artscape. I'm Susan Sablon, your host. And with me today, if you've missed the first part of the show, you would have missed the most wonderful Levi Stephens from Maryland. He was here at Quebeca a little while ago, and he's going to be back at Quebeca in September?
September 24th.
September 24th. Now, that's a really wonderful establishment downtown.
Yeah.
Kyle and Rebecca actually support the local arts.
Yeah, they have been amazing. And, you know, from the first time I played there, it's been about maybe 3 or 4 times I've played there. And, you know, just as every time I come in there, Kyle is just, you know, he's wonderful. And, you know, he's a big fan of my original songs. And so that's why I appreciate that. You
were talking about how you didn't take piano lessons. And during one of the breaks, you also said, well, I never really took guitar lessons either.
No, I'm actually getting ready to start taking guitar lessons.
You have got to be kidding me.
Yeah, only because, like, you know, I want to, as I move further in my career, you know, I'm a hopefully, you know, get into the to the higher ranks of musicians at some point, and I kind of want to be able to, like, I appreciate music and the art and the skill set and the people that work hard to do. I mean, I grew up listening to virtuoso musicians. You know, that's what my father, he loved. In my opinion, what I think is probably, you know, unilaterally, everybody thinks that it would be the good music. I mean, because I don't want anybody to think I'm a music snob or anything like that. But,
no,
you know,
no.
But I just, you know, we listen to like the classical Mozart, Beethoven, Bach. I mean, we listen to all that good stuff, and then of course with the Earth. I mean, this is just stuff, timeless music that will last hundreds of years.
So then tell me, Levi, are you going to be timeless? What are you going to do that's timeless?
My goal is to be a timeless singer-songwriter. I want my music, if you listen to my album today and listen to it 20 years from now, I want it to be able to feel the same. It's not trendy, it's not now, it's relevant wherever it finds itself, you know. And
do you find when you play places, because I know you told me that, now, and as our audience knows, we tape the show ahead of time, but he played yesterday at 3 different venues. The guy doesn't stop, and he's going, oh, my voice might be a little hoarse. No, your voice is so good. It is so good. So then, who are you then? Who are you to keep that trendy feeling? Because it's not just about the music, it's also about the personality.
Well, I think it has a lot to do with my work ethic. I play as much as I can because I feel like, you know, the great artists that I admire and look up to, the Stevie Wonders, like I said, the James Taylors, Paul Simons, and Marvin Gaye's, and Donny Hathaways, and all of those, Bill Withers, you know, those artists like that, they were, I guess, workaholics. They played and they were always, you know, at different venues of playing or writing or producing or doing whatever they did, constantly working. And I feel like if I want to get better, you know, and I want to become that kind of artist that resonates and has music that lasts forever, then, you know, I need to constantly, you know, play and perfect my craft and, you know, try to make sure that I can leave something. My goal, like everyone, you know, I was telling somebody the other day, we were talking about songwriting and production, and I said, you know what, I want to leave music in a better place than it was when I found it or when it found me.
And I think you do that. You can just feel the smiles of everybody when they're listening to your music. You have that way about you that's beautiful. I love it.
Thank you.
Now, would you be able to do another song for us?
Sure, I would love to.
Okay, I'm going to sit right here. I want to listen. I want to stay right in the seat.
This one's called When I'm Rich.
When I'm Rich. No, wait, this has to do with...
It kind of started off as a joke, and it's the last song on the album, and it was just kind of one of those things. I was messing around in the studio, and I was like, when I'm rich, I'll give money to the poor. And then everybody was like, oh, it's such a really cool little song, little melody. And everybody was singing it around the studio. So I was like, I just did a whole song of it. You know, we did the whole production of it. And it's kind of a crowd favorite. You know, it usually goes over really well in bars when everybody's, you know, walking sideways.
All right, well, let's hear it. I can't walk sideways, but I want to listen.
When I'm rich, I'll give money to the poor, write a check to help find a cure for all diseases.